Hey y'all, it's Mr. Kurtzinger. Welcome to our first assignment for our first official week of online learning. Before I explain exactly what the assignment is, I'm going to speak on a few more details about what class will look like and how it will work. So first of all, I'm posting this video on Monday, and you have all week to work on the assignment whenever you want and at your own pace. It should take no more than about a half hour or so, but if you want to take more time than that, that's totally fine. Once you finish your work, I expect you to upload a picture of your drawing to the assignment in Google Classroom and turn it in by 3 p.m. on Friday. That means going to the assignment, clicking on the Add or Create button, selecting a photo that you've taken that you've saved to your phone or to your Google Drive files, and clicking Turn In. I'll make a post with directions on how to do that, but if you have trouble, you have all week to get in touch with me to get some help. Speaking of help, I will hold office hours on a video chat app called Zoom. If you have questions, or if you need help, or if you want more ideas for other art projects to work on, or if you just want to chat, you can log in, say hi, and I can help you out. I'll be doing this on Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 a.m., Thursdays from 1:30 to 3 p.m., and Fridays from 10:30 to noon. I'll include a post at the top of the class stream on how to access that. Now, as far as grades go, they're going to be really simple. You can pass an assignment or you can fail an assignment. Other teachers will be using this system too. Either you get it or you don't get it. As far as we're concerned with art class, if I can see that you're trying, putting in some real effort into your work, then you're passing. If you're only spending a few minutes on a drawing, just making some scribbles and calling it good, or if you don't upload anything at all, then I consider that a failing grade. But if you're watching this video, then I know that's not going to happen with you, right? Okay, that's it for the logistical details. Let's talk about our assignment for this week. This is called an object self-portrait. We all know what a self-portrait is, right? We look in the mirror, or we look at a picture of ourselves, and we draw the face that we see staring back at us. Easy, right? Well, sometimes it's not so easy, for a few reasons. We all have an idea of how we think we look. Sometimes it can be hard to reckon with the face that's actually staring back at us. Or, to translate exactly what you see into a realistic picture can be really difficult. The other reason it's hard is that, sure, I can draw a picture of my face to represent myself, but there's so much more to me than what my face represents. I have all these other things that are important to me and represent who I am, like my passions, my hobbies, my friends and family, all the things that I value in my everyday life. So we're going to draw a simple self-portrait, but instead of drawing our eyes, nose, mouth, and ears exactly as we see them, we're going to swap them out with some meaningful objects that are important to us. These objects should be symbols of your personality that really represent who you are, like a pencil and an eraser, because I'm an artist, or a rock crystal that a really good friend once gave me. These objects that you draw will be different depending on what's important or valuable to you as a person. All right, enough talk, let me show you how to get started. You can follow along with me as I set up the basic building blocks of a portrait, but as we draw, I want you to reflect and think about the objects or symbols that are important to who you are. Okay, so if you don't have blank paper, you can use lined paper too. That's totally fine. But I've got some blank paper and a pencil here. And remember, for our portraits, we're going to start out with a basic oval shape for the face. Doesn't have to be perfect. And now remember, we want to add some lines to our face to help us figure out where to put all the features. So I'm going to start out with a vertical line going straight down from the top to the bottom of the face. And then we are going to add a horizontal line going through the middle. This line here is going to be where our eyes are, so I'm going to mark that real quick. Then I'm going to take this section here and I'm going to make another line going through the middle of that bottom section there. This is going to be where the nose is, so I'm going to mark that real quick as well. Now this bottom part of the face, I'm going to draw another line through the middle of that section, and that's going to be where my mouth is. So we have this series of lines that tells us where each of our features of the face is going to be. And to make the eyes, I'm just going to make a couple little dots in the middle part of those lines right there. And then I'm going to make some eye shapes around those dots. So they should be placed pretty evenly in the middle of each side of the face. Now the line for our nose is just going to mark where the bottom of the nose ends. So I'm going to make a little line right there for the bottom of the nose, and then another line going up the side for the side of my nose. And the line for the mouth, I'm going to draw the top lip above that line and the bottom lip below the line. Just real quick lines right there. Last but not least, we need to add the ears. The top of the ear should rest on the eye line. The bottom of the ear should touch the nose line. And that's it. That's the basic building blocks that we need to make a portrait. Now remember, instead of trying to draw the face as accurately as possible, we're going to take some features of the face and swap them out for some objects that represent us. So I'm going to take my nose, and I'm actually going to turn the nose into a couple of different art tools because I like to make art. So this is going to be a pencil and a colored pencil. Let's see how this goes. Now we can get rid of some of those lines that we don't need anymore. And now I'm going to work on the eye. And I'm going to take the eye and I'm actually going to swap it out for this rock crystal that a really good friend once gave me. So I'm going to go ahead and erase that eye and draw that crystal in its place. Okay, for the other eye, I'm actually going to swap that out and I'm going to draw an eraser in its place because, again, as an artist, I use erasers a lot, just like I'm doing now. So that's an example of how to get started with this. The objects that I chose to draw are not going to be the same as the objects that you choose to draw for yourself. But remember, I want you to swap out all of the facial features, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, and ears, with objects or symbols that are important to you as a person. Okay, so here's my final portrait. I went ahead and for the ears, I added some donuts because, as you know, I love donuts. For the hair up here, I added some leaves because I really like nature, and I found this feather outside that I was able to add for the mouth. So these are the things that represent who I am and my interests and passions. And again, your portrait is going to represent who you are through the objects or symbols that you choose. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. If you need any help or if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below or tune in to one of those Zoom meetings that I mentioned. Main thing is have fun, take your time with it, don't get too stressed about it. Should take no more than a half hour, but go ahead and just have fun with it and upload it and turn it in once you're done. All right, see you guys.